Ireland's takeaways. Each Prime Minister, Leo Varadkar, has warned there will be no Brexit deal if the issue is not satisfactorily resolved. Officials in Dublin, Belfast, and Brussels have watched on, first in bafflement, and then with growing frustration, as Theresa May and her Brexit ministers slowly came to terms with the magnitude of the border issue. Despite clear issues, the UK government continues to promise a soft border between the Republic of Ireland and the north of Ireland with no physical infrastructure. Dublin interprets this as referring to customs checks, border posts, or even CCTV cameras or technological checks. Get to Brexit news. Leo Varadkar has warned the Irish border issue will not go away, but Ms May cannot explain how this free and open border could possibly exist when it becomes the only land barrier between the EU and the UK, and thus between a state in and out of the customs union. One proposal put forward was to create an economic border in the Irish Sea, but this was slapped down by a furious DUP, now propping up the minority Tory government, who feared it was a step towards a united Ireland. The issue has already threatened to bring Brexit talks crashing down once, with Mrs May only avoiding disaster in December by promising to align the island's economy as a backstop in the event of a no deal. She was forced to adjust the terms of her proposal at the last minute in humiliating circumstances, when DUP leader Arlene Foster interrupted Ms May's working lunch with Jean-Claude Juncker. Getty. Britain and Ireland have not been on the same page during Brexit border talk show ever, despite finally agreeing terms with Dublin, Belfast, and Brussels. In a bizarre U-turn, Ms May said just weeks later no British Prime Minister could ever agree to such terms. Once again the issue has re-emerged as a fatal stumbling block in the way of a smooth Brexit ahead of the crunch EU summit in June. Mr Varadkar said yesterday, without solving the Irish border there can be no withdrawal agreement. Let there be no doubt about that. Get to Varadkar said Ireland's loyalty was to Europe, not Britain, and he stuck the boot in by reaffirming the loyalty of Ireland to the EU. Despite repeated calls for an exit by Eurosceptic British politicians, Ireland has the highest level of EU support of all member states. Mr Varadkar said, Europe is our best chance. No matter what happens anywhere else in the world, Ireland will remain a committed member of the EU. It is where we will stay. He said hardline Brexiteers offered only a dark and dangerous future, and praised the EU for offering light to their darkness and an antidote to their poison.